welcome back to my channel. If you don't know my name already, my name is India. So if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button for future content. Make sure you guys like this video and also comment under this video if you enjoyed the video. Also, please watch through the entire video. Do not skip or anything. Like, please watch. As you guys can tell by the title, this video will actually be a story time. I don't think I've ever done a story time on my channel before, so this will be something new to my channel. This story is actually a very interesting story to most people. It's the story about how I found out I was pregnant at the age of 19. I'm 20 now, but I was 19 when I found out I was pregnant. So without further ado, let's get right into the story. Okay, so we're gonna go back to January 2021. So January, what happened actually? Like, okay, this is my first time telling this story, so I just want to make sure I get everything right in the right order and stuff like that. Okay, so wait, before I even get into January, I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a backstory. So I was on birth control since I was like 15. I wasn't having sex at 15, but I was on birth control for to regulate my period. So I was on birth control, I was on the pill, and I got off of it sometime in either the end of 2019 or like the beginning of 2020. So I got off birth control either 2019 or 2020. Either way, it was a long time ago. So basically, I got off birth control. I got off it because it started like, actually, like, instead of regulating my period, it was irregulating my period. So I had just got off of the birth control. That's why I got off of it. But yeah, y'all should be on birth control if you want to stay safe and stuff like that. But I'm just here to tell y'all my story. So I got off birth control. So keep in mind that was over a year ago. So from the time I got off birth control until like January, I did not get pregnant or nothing like that. So after a while, I started to think that I was infertile, like for health reasons and stuff, like my own personal health reasons and stuff like that. I started to believe that I was infertile. So it was bad to the point where I actually, when I was living in Atlanta, I actually went to the doctors to see if I was infertile. But when I went there, they actually didn't give me any answers. They basically told me they couldn't tell me if I was infertile or wasn't. I don't know why they couldn't tell me that. I guess because I went to a primary care doctor instead of like a OBGYN. That's probably who I should have went to. But either way it goes, they didn't give me any answers, so that's another reason why I just stuck with my idea of I'm infertile. And it bothered me for a while, but I was just like, whatever. Like, I really honestly truly think I'm infertile. But if that's the case, I mean, it's nothing I could do about it. So yeah, the year went by. Me and my boyfriend, we was doing what we was doing, and I never got pregnant. I wasn't getting pregnant. Not that I was trying to get pregnant. I definitely was not trying to get pregnant. I even would tell him to, like, you know, not do what he was doing or stuff like that. Like, so I was definitely not trying to get pregnant, but at the same time, in the back of my head, I would think like, wow, like, what if I'm infertile? Like, what if I'm infertile? So after that doctor's appointment that I went to, I just stuck with the idea of that I'm infertile. So again, this was probably in like August when I went to the doctor's appointment. So all the way from August until January, I did not get pregnant. So January comes and everything's like normal, but then like for some reason I just was like, I want to take a pregnancy test. And the reason why I wanted to take a pregnancy test, at first, I didn't even miss my period yet, y'all. Like, my period was due, I think, like the end of that week that I wanted to take a pregnancy test. But I was like, I'm gonna just wait until I'm like, if I miss my period, then I'll take a pregnancy test. But for some reason, I could not wait. I was like, no, I want to take a pregnancy test. Like, I just want to take it in, because if I am pregnant, I mean, it's going to say pregnant, you know, even though my period didn't miss yet. So the reason why I wanted to take the pregnancy test the first time was because my boobs was like sore, like more sore than usual. Sometimes they like already are sore, but it was like more sore than usual. It was like more so my nipples than my boobs. Like, they was just sore. Then But I wasn't thinking too much of that though. I wasn't really thinking too much of that. Then I was getting like discharge, like extra discharge. I know this is like TMI, but it was like nothing irregular discharge or nothing like that. It just was like really like more, it was like normal discharge, but it would be a lot. Like I remember I thought my period had came on. Like I felt like a rush of like wetness or whatever. So I thought my period had came on, and I rushed to the bathroom and it was just like wet, like it was just discharge. So I'm like, yo, this is so weird. Like I'm like, so I was looking it up or whatever, and it was saying like pregnancy or whatever. So after like that and then the boobs, I was like, I want to take a pregnancy test. So I got a box of clear blue pregnancy tests. It was 2 in a pack. Mind you, I didn't tell my boyfriend that I was taking these pregnancy tests. I didn't tell him that I thought I may be pregnant. I didn't tell him anything, because I really didn't think I was pregnant, because keep in mind, y'all, I thought I was infertile. Like swore up and down I was infertile. So I didn't tell him anything, but I wanted to take this test just to see. But I honestly didn't think it was going to come back positive. I just wanted to take this test just to see. So he didn't know anything about this. So I bought the box of clear blue pregnancy tests. It came 2 in a pack, and yeah, I took it in the house. He probably was asleep or something. I really don't remember where he was. Either he wasn't here or he probably was asleep or something like that. No, I think he was asleep because I took it before I went to work. So I opened the one and I took the pregnancy test, and it came back negative. So if I could find a picture, I'm gonna enter the picture. I'm gonna enter the picture in this video, because it came back negative. Like it was like fast, and it was like a bold negative. So literally when I saw that negative pregnancy test, I said like, I'm like, yo, I'm you know, like I must be infertile. Like, and I just came to terms with me being infertile at this point. So okay, I took that pregnancy test. Keep in mind I had 1 more in the box, y'all. So I go to work or whatever, and I'm in a car, and I think I had stopped at Starbucks before I went to work. Okay. So I had stopped at Starbucks before I went to work, and I happened to pull the test back out, because I took the test with me when I left the house. So I pulled the test back out, and I'm just looking at it, like staring at it. But you know how, y'all know how y'all staring at something for too long and y'all start seeing shit? Like I was like staring at it like for a long time. I'm like, is that another line? Mind you, I never took a clear blue pregnancy test before. So instead of like 2 lines like this, it's like either a plus or a minus. So it was a bold minus, like a bold minus. Even when I took it the first time in the house that I left out, it was a bold minus. So now that I'm in the car, mind you, it's like 20, 25. Oh, excuse me, sorry y'all. Ever since I've been pregnant, I just keep burping. But it's been like 20, 25 minutes since I left the house and took the test or whatever. So you know you're not supposed to look at a pregnancy test more than 5 minutes after you take it, because it will start giving you a false reading. Like it can give you a false positive. So my dumb self was staring at the test, and I'm like, I wonder if this is negative or not, because it wasn't another line. Like I know what a fake line pregnancy test looked like, and it wasn't that. It was like a bold negative, and then it was like you could kind of see some blue dye residue a little bit above the minus, but not below it or nothing. It was like a little bit above it, like you could kind of see some blue, but it wasn't a line. It just was like blue dye. So I was looking it up, and they said that is an evaporation line. So basically it's like the other line is like leaking, and you know, like it's starting to show like blue dye or whatever, because it wasn't a line. It wasn't a faint line. It just was like a little bit of blue dye, and it was so light, like you could not, like even me, I told you I was staring at it for so long, so you really couldn't see it. But the fact that I was staring at it for so long, I started to think that I was seeing something. So bottom line, y'all, that test was negative, because if it was positive, it would have at least been a line and been real light, whatever the case may be. But no, bottom line is the test was negative, because I wasn't supposed to be looking at the test more than 5 minutes after, and it wasn't a line. So yeah, test was negative. Then another reason why I knew the test was negative was because, y'all, the same day that I took this pregnancy test, my period came on later that day. So I'm like, woo, I'm safe, I'm not pregnant, my period came on. That test must have been negative like I thought it was. So yeah, I'm not pregnant.
Got him! Got him!
That's what I thought. So I had FaceTime my cousin she has a baby or whatever. So I had FaceTime my cousin and I showed her the test that looked negative. And yeah, she said it was like negative too, and then I sent her the picture and I was like, but do you see that like blue thing at the bottom or at the top or whatever? And she was like, yeah, I kind of do see it, but like, yeah, like we both agreed that it was negative. But she was like, just take another test like after your period go off just to be sure. So I was like, all right, whatever, I'm taking another test when my period go off, blase, went about my day. So I think like another week or two goes by. So another week or two goes by and I still had the other tests in the box, because like I told y'all, the first one came with 2 tests in the box. So mind you, still my boyfriend doesn't know any of this, having never told me that I took a pregnancy test or nothing like this. So I still had another one in the box. So just one random day I had got off work and I was on my way home and I was like, I'm gonna take the other test. So because the test was in my car, so I had the test in my car. So I'm like, I'm gonna take the other test when I get home. So I'm on my way home, I'm on FaceTime with one of my friends. So I'm on FaceTime with her and we talking about whatever we talking about, like nothing about me, nothing about me being pregnant, nothing about that. We're just talking. So I get home, we still talking. I go in the bathroom, I take the pregnancy test out. I'm about to take the pregnancy test. Me and her still talking. I'm not telling her that I'm about to take a pregnancy test. I'm not telling her that I think I might be pregnant, because I honestly, y'all, I thought it was going to be negative because 1, remember I told y'all I thought I was infertile, and 2, the last one was negative, and 3, my period just came on, so I knew that I wasn't pregnant or whatever. Knew that I wasn't pregnant. So I didn't tell her nothing about me taking a pregnancy test or nothing. Me and her just talking about whatever we was talking about. So I put her on mute. I'm peeing on the test or whatever, and I set the test down. So me and her still talking, lollygagging, put the test down, and then I'm looking at the test. Like I didn't look away or nothing. I'm staring at the test, and I see the P start lowering or whatever, and the minus sign comes up really fast and really bold. Like it was like, no. That's basically what it said. It was like, no. So I had literally said out loud, like literally said out my mouth at this very moment, I said, oh my God, I'm really infertile. As soon as those words came out of my mouth, another line was like, bloop. I was like I could not believe it. Like I told y'all I wasn't trying to be pregnant, but at the same time, like when I seen that positive line, like I was like really nervous, like really scared, but at the same time I kind of felt like some relief, like some weight off of my shoulders, because I thought I was infertile for so long. Like honestly, like for my own personal health reasons, I thought I was infertile for so long. So when I seen like that line, I was like, oh my God, like what? Like, so mind you, I flipped the camera, my friend on the phone, we talking about something else, like I told you. I flipped the camera, I'm like, bro, she like, what is this? She like, you lying, you lying. I'm like, bro, I literally just took this. I just didn't say nothing. Like I didn't think it was gonna be positive. Like, so she like, she happy. This been wanting me to be pregnant for so long. I don't know why, but she happy or whatever. I'm just in shock because I thought I was infertile for so long, and then come to find out I'm pregnant. Like, so I'm like, oh my God. Like, so yeah, that's basically how I found out I was pregnant. I didn't tell nobody after that besides my cousin who I was on the phone with the first time, and then my best friend. I did not tell my boyfriend until like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I didn't tell him until like a month after I already knew I was pregnant, because I just was so nervous of what he was gonna say, because I don't know, like I already knew that I was keeping the baby, because like I thought I was infertile for so long, so I definitely wasn't gonna get rid of the baby, because I was like happy to know that I wasn't infertile and that I was able to have children. And then if I did get rid of this baby, who knows if I really would have been infertile in the future and wouldn't be able to have kids in the future. So I took advantage of this opportunity, and I knew I was keeping my baby off rip. So because I knew that though, I was really nervous about like me being pregnant, me becoming a mom, because I knew I was keeping my baby. So yeah. Oh wait, let me show y'all the test that I took. So I don't have the first one that I was talking about when I said it looked like it was clearly negative, but I do have the second one. This is the second one that I took, It's really old, that's why it looks this color, but I don't know if you guys can see, but it's like clearly positive. It's really dark now. But when the first line had first came up, it was like really negative. Then the second one came out of nowhere, like it really was like bloop. But yeah, and then I have this test that I took after I already knew I was pregnant, but I just wanted to take another brand. It's first response. This was the digital one. It like died, I guess. The battery died, so it's blank now, but it said yes with a positive sign, a plus sign saying that I was pregnant. So yeah, mind you, this was like weeks after this one, and my boyfriend still didn't know that I was pregnant. So yeah, I didn't tell him until like a month after I already knew. I just was so nervous because I knew what I was doing, and I knew what I wanted to do, and I just was unsure about what he would think, what he would say, how he would feel. So I just held off on telling him. I wanted to tell him so bad, but I just was so nervous about what he was going to say. But y'all, when I finally did tell him, he was so excited. Like, I'm in my first doctor's appointment, and I told him when the date was. He was so excited. Even when we was beefing the day of my doctor's appointment. Well, the week of my doctor's appointment, we wasn't talking. And then, so I just assumed he wasn't coming. So he texted me out of nowhere the day of my doctor's appointment, like, you want me to come? Da, 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 da. Like, he remembered the date and all that. And I'm like, yo, he all excited. So yeah, him being excited was really a shock to me, but really like a relief as well, because I'm like, okay, we both on the same page. Like, he never mentioned abortion to me, not once or nothing like that. Like, we just both knew that we was keeping this baby. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, that's the story about how I found out I was pregnant. It's not too much, it's not, you know, probably the juiciest story, but that's how I found out I was pregnant. I thought I was infertile, and then I became pregnant. Yeah, I'm 20 now, y'all. My birthday was in March, so I found out in January that I was pregnant. And then yeah, so now I am 15 weeks pregnant. Today is April 20th, I believe. So I'm 15 weeks pregnant. I find out my gender in 2 more weeks, y'all. And my gender reveal is in, oh wait, no. I found out my gender, well, my gender appointment is next week on April 30th. And I found out my gender in 2 more weeks. My gender reveal is May 7th. I will be vlogging the entire event because, like, I just can't wait to find out what I'm having. I really can't wait. So yeah, that's the story about how I found out I was pregnant. If you guys want to know how my mom found out I was pregnant, and her reaction to me being pregnant, and his family reaction to me being pregnant, and everybody's reaction and how they found out, leave a comment down below, and I will give a part 2 about how they found out I was pregnant and their reactions. So yeah, y'all, it's your girl India Gianna. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There is more videos coming, I promise. So please don't just watch this video and then click right off. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. I'm really trying to grow my channel on YouTube and really like get people to know me and my story and stuff like that. And yeah, comment some new video ideas down below. It could be pregnancy videos, it could be any videos, pranks, whatever. Comment new video ideas down below that you guys want to see, and I will do them because I'm trying to be consistent this time with you guys. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe. It's your girl India Gianna. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at India Gianna. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.